If you ever think, oh yeah, we'll go down there, no one ever goes down there. Well, I'm the geezer who does. If we were to ignore or discount anything that was banky, ditch and ditchy, would that make us hengist? Lombardy poplars, not native here, but when the wind goes through, it's a lovely sound. Well, as you can tell, it's one of those days when I wish I'd brought my hat. First time, it's still the late August. And I was thinking, well, it'd be alright, it'd be warm enough, but it's the wind. Hey cows, how you doing? Bullocks to you, Mark. Anyway, if I can just fill you in, and really this might worry some people. Certainly worried me, so I'm a little bit worried right now. So hopefully they're not listening. Just a view over Marden Cowbag. Well, last week I went out with a friend doing some filming, and there was a lot of Apache helicopter activity. And today, just before I turned off to go to where I was going to park, I got buzzed by an Apache helicopter. I'd seen him earlier and thought, oh hello, it's interesting. And then literally it flew around me just before I turned off the main road. So I don't know what that means. Anyway, look at that behind me. The berries of the black. Oh, they look delicious actually. I can't resist. I can't blimmin' resist. Oh. So we're getting a September storm. Yeah, it was nice. We're getting September storms, but yet it's still late August. So, and I've noticed this over a few years, we're getting everything slightly earlier, and I'd say 3 weeks earlier. Does that mean we're 3 weeks out somewhere? As the axis, the Fukushima earthquake disaster, did that shift our axis by 3 weeks? I don't know what it's like in other places. Does it depend on where you are in the world? Maybe it does. Oh, hello ash tree. You're looking magnificent in your late days. See, the sky's a weird colour, isn't it? It's weird. It's very hard to get the colour on the ground, which is something that's only happened in recent years. I mean, in film terms anyway. So I'm not, I know I'm keeping it a bit secret where we're going. I think we're going to turn left in a minute along and walk along that hedgerow. And and from the looks of it, I probably need to get my umbrella at the ready. You see there's a line of hills in the background. They're hidden by trees though, but we have been up there. If you look back in some of my videos, we're up there and around in the environs, or environs. I call it environs. I don't know, I think it sounds, it's got a sound, hasn't it? So I'm expecting to get very wet. That was, sorry if my voice went a bit weird then, that was a little breakfast hiccup. But this is quite interesting looking over here, as you'll find out in a minute. So I'm going to zoom in just to this bit here so you can have a good old take in, hopefully. Can you notice anything? I'm not saying you will, but I don't know, I'm wondering about that little raised bit in the field there. Actually, although I was more concerned with in the far distance, you know, in the distance by where the trees were, the two canopies. Well, we'll see, won't we? Oh, there we can see. Oh, can I? Oh. Bear with me, because I want to show you something. Can you see? Officially, they're white horses, but today it seems a little bit grey. I think that's hogweed, but may not be. Looks like it, the flowers look like it, the stems are of an orangey disposition that I've not seen. Well, this is it. This is our route. People don't come this way, do they? Because it's not as easy as a gravelled road. So this is, well, like I said, I'm going to be soaked. So this is an adventure. And it's also not great when you know you haven't actually got a washing machine. I'm going to walk on the edge of the field, I think. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Well, I've come off the field for a briefest of briefness. Just to have a look around. Well, now I don't think this is part of it, what I'm going to say or point out to you, but oh god, this is so difficult to walk on. I wanted to get to like a high point so we could see round, but maybe I'll go into the field now. Brace yourselves. That's a hell of a drop. Okay, we are now on the Wilsford Henge. I don't think this is it. Don't think that's part of it. And there's nothing to see here. Absolutely nothing to see here, folks. There isn't. Okay? There isn't anything to see here. It's all fields, ploughed fields, as you could tell, apart from this long bank in the middle, which I'm not sure what it is. And clearly no one walks the footpath down here for some reason, although it looked like people had tried, or maybe it's an animal. But anyhow, I'm gonna try and get up again. Here we go. We're up. See, there's nothing to see. I mean, actually, yeah, we're in the environs. What we really probably need to do is get to the end there. So I'm going to go back down again. Well, I didn't see this. This is obviously a path. And, well, I'm looking at this here across the field. Yeah, this is definitely a path. So that's still there. And I'm going to point this out because I know there's people who watch this who like stuff like this. I'm not a church fan myself. Churchyard maybe, not a church. Not a fan at all. So you can imagine what I think of that monstrosity on Glastonbury Tor. Anyway, and the path also goes down through there. But here we are. According to the coordinates I've got, we are now in the henge. Completely in the henge. No sign of it, and I don't know how they found it, but apparently it's here. We're now going to go along this way, not up the tree, I'm just showing you that, but there's where we've come in, yeah, so you can see how far behind that is. And I just want to take you down here. We can only go down here and then back, and there's no other way. There really is no other way. I mean, I don't really want to do trespass across farmers' fields. It's not the most exciting thing. It can be very wet, very muddy, and quite a hassle, actually. Look at this. Lots of rose hips there. Only orange at the moment, they haven't actually turned. It's funny, sometimes the path is hard to see. I don't know where that clear flat bit of track starts. It wasn't there at the beginning, unless I should have gone the opposite side to the trees. But oh, I think I can see it where we're heading for. Lovely. Well, maybe. Oh, look at that hawthorn. Look at that. Wow, that is magnificent. That's a chocolate box hawthorn as opposed to a witchy hawthorn. Look at that. Hello, beautiful. Wow. It's not meant to be patronising, I mean. Look at that trunk. They've got the barbed wire almost through you. Wow, aren't you lovely? Certainly worth coming through that long grass for. Wow, stunning. Interesting bird sound. Can you hear them? Not sure I know what they are. And yes, that was hogweed at the start, just some shorter ones that had gone strange orange, which wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they'd gone strange orange due to farmer's poison. Now, it is possible. I'm holding out a bit of hope that the journey could continue without having to go back. But what I have noticed today are one or two oak galls, but not many, none on this tree. In some places they're quite bad, but I guess it depends where your where your ghoul insects are and whether stop me and whether they've got the gall to do it. Sorry, no one stopped me. Wow, can you see it there? Can you recognise what you're looking at? There's a really strong smell of silage now. And that's not what I was looking at. But I'm getting really excited. Oh, an elm. Some elms, a dead one, next to a live one. Oh, there's another one there. I mean, they haven't died out, they've just become stunted. And yeah, there is a gate through. Good. You can't walk all along, so we will have to go back. But that's fine. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. Oh my god. That's quite wide, isn't it? This flat, marshy area, wet area. Isn't it? Isn't this interesting? Wow. Well, do you know where I am? Do you know what I'm on? Now this is making me very suspicious isn't the word, it's not suspicious, very intrigued, and also excited, because I think maybe my theory's going to be right. I mean, you don't know till you get there and search it out and see. I just had a feeling. Wow, this is huge. Oh my god, I mean, my hair's standing on end. Let's go up to this lovely hawthorn. Oh, wow. And you see just how far we are from the henge. Pretty much There it is. I mean, this is it. We're looking at the henge, really. And look at this. Now, if you take this back 6,000 years, that could easily have been full of water, couldn't it? Yeah. Do you see my point here? Because, oh, look at you. Wow, field maple. Field maples can go very witchy too. I think I can walk this. Well, this is interesting. Wow. You've got some bark on you, haven't you? It looks like it's walked. I don't know, I'm just doing it. It's not farmers' fields. But let's get into a little bit of shelter before I turn the camera around. I mean, clearly, by all this marsh grass, this is a wet area, which it should be. Oh, hello willow, look at that, lovely old willow. This, to my left, is the River Avon. It's come from its source, and here it is. And there is a buzzard around that tree there, just sweeping down. That's what the birds were on about. I couldn't get it, I don't know where my, I moved the position of my hand so I couldn't tilt I couldn't press the button to turn the camera around. Now, my thoughts, and you'll see in a moment when we visit the next location why I might be thinking that, and that looks like a water pump building to me. I'm going back this way, but I mean, look, that looks as if it could have been much wider. So basically, what I am doing now is I am walking the banks of the River Avon from 6,000–7,000 years ago. Wow. And you'll see why this is very interesting. Or maybe you've already worked out the connection. I'm going to turn you around so we can walk towards this lovely beauty, who obviously had a friend once. And here, behind this fence, along with the water mint, is where it is today, and the size of it today, meandering through. Once, I'm convinced, it was much bigger. You just see some purple flowers there. Oh, I forget what they're called. I only saw some for the first time a couple of years ago. A little glimpse of it behind this electric fence, which I'm actually touching. I couldn't get any more footage of the river because I heard some motorbikes coming and I legged it. Something to do with the farmer, I'm sure, because they weren't coming from anywhere that was public. So trust your instincts. If you need to hide, hide. Well, we're on Wilsford Henge. I'm now going to take the footpath, and yes, it does cross diagonally. I can you see the old path? It's there, it's diagonal to the corner where the trees are there. Not the big load, the smaller ones. And then we have to go straight across another field. Well, straight across another field, but it's diagonally in relation to the angle of the tree line, fence line. Anyway, this is interesting that I'm actually in the henge. I see no signs of where it might have been. There's no sign here, obviously ploughed out. Yeah, not very clear at all. I mean, look, it's just an expanse of field. Not much sign of hengeness, is there? That bank is just the bank I walked on earlier. There's where I should have gone. I went the other side. That would have been a lot easier. But it's where some crossroads meet. Footpath there, footpath there, footpath there, and one there. We're a little bit closer, by about a mile. It's looking more white now, not the grey that it was earlier. Anyway, we're here. Can you see it yet? You can. You can. And one thing that's interesting is, you know, like literally, that last henge, Wilsford Henge, was literally right by the banks of the River Avon. So we're now going to take a trip and visit another one. And if you know anything about, if you're familiar with your maps, you're looking at it now. Sadly, it's not access land or anything, but I'm going to take the footpaths and hopefully get us there. It looks like there's some willow damage there across the field, but don't know whether we'll get to it or not. Anyhow, I'm looking for a place to have a coffee actually. So we're now north of that same bit of the Avon. Obviously we'll be going further south to it. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be going, because I've got to go I'm basically walking a triangle. That's what this one is. Unless that's it. Could be. Well, now this is something that I've never seen before. This is not the route I was expecting to be taking, but look, it's not quite wide enough though. What is it, 1.6 metres across the field? Well, that's lucky. This is lucky if it's a metre. So he's grabbed an extra foot, which if you multiply it by all the other feet is a fair bit. Now I did think I'd be coming down that line, because this isn't quite fitting the footpath map, but I've seen the gate here, and I thought, well, this is where we're going. And here we are. Now, as we come through here, we've got to go by that little horse hut there eventually, but it goes off round there. We're now coming up, we're on the henge, as you'll be able to see by the ditch that's now in front of us. Now it does go off round through those trees. This is known now, apparently, this is known as a super henge. Yeah, I'm looking for the day when we have super mega ultra henges. You ladies really need to think up better names. Yes, I know. I know. Named by men. Ultra, mega. Super, mega, ultra. I mean, anyway, why are you going here alongside it? Well, because I want to have a look at this willow tree. Why else? So as you can see, not much to see here, whereas at the other place there was nothing to see. This is a case of not much. Now what it was, who knows? I mean, it's huge. This is a slight bit of it. See if I can get up to the road and do a... Hopefully we won't get buzzed by a car or anything, and just get a little touch of it. I know I've been here before. See these ancient ash trees, or if they're not ancient, they're very old. And here we are. So you can see like part of the ditch. We're now on the bank, and this is it. We'll walk this bit of the bank, shall we? And then go round, and then we'll be back onto the course that we were walking to start with, and we'll carry on that. My dream of a cup of tea, a coffee or something is, well, who knows. Oh, mind you, there is a nice sheltered hut there. What am I talking about? Well, you know me. If you watch this channel regularly, sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. And you can quote me on that. So yeah, this is it. This is all that's left, even though, as you'll see, it goes on across the road that, strangely, and can you imagine that? A road that dissects an ancient monument. Just weird, isn't it? How usually that never ever happens. Well, as it turns out, this gate's open. There does seem to be a little bit of access to this bit of it. I go follow the oh, and you can see over there, look. Let's zoom you in. We'll probably see it from another angle very soon. But there you go, on the other side of the fence you can see some more of it. So you can, it gives you an idea. If I pan out now, there you go. Right, that's how far. That's the opposite side, and we were over there on the other side. So that's how big this super henge is. Right, it's pretty big, isn't it? Now, to me, I'm not convinced that this just wasn't a village settlement. Really. Rather than anything else. I'm a bit reluctant to wander across the field. I don't know, it's almost like farmer leaving the gate open. It almost feels like a trap. But is it access land? It is English heritage, isn't it? The squares in the whole, you know, the whole thing. It's not advertised as you can come in here. But there you go. I mean, there's not much to see. That's basically it. It follows on from the ridge where we turned round and I started talking about coffee, and then comes on through. I mean, I do wonder if that's why that gate is open. I mean, does anyone know? I haven't looked it up myself. But I'm kind of tempted to just go in there anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Well, they can shoot me, arrest me, destroy all my footage. So there is plenty of things that could be worse. Anyway. There's not much to be... There's not much going on in here anyway. Now, the other thing, and I don't know, maybe we can get near and into there. Normally, if you're not allowed anywhere in somewhere, they'll shut the gate, won't they? Yeah, you can. Oh, it looks like a bit of watery land, huh? I wonder. I don't know what that path is for. That's a defo path, isn't it? Now I'm wondering also, if you look down there, sort of beyond the fence, heading towards those trees, just over that fence, looks like more of it. And the place we've just come from is literally where we're looking, and the Avon is just probably where all those willow trees are growing. So as this is a path, I'm going to check it out, and I will stop filming for the moment. Yeah, we're now on the bank again, I think. Yeah, we are. There it is over there. So we're actually on the bank, and it goes all round there and down there. So that's yeah, very interesting. Right. I hope that's focused, but I don't know what that is. There we are. Well, we're back on it, on the furthest end that I can get to, but look how green it is in there, and some watery plants. That's quite interesting, that the water should flow through here, but maybe it didn't then. But the actual River Avon is below there, and I think the willows highlight where that is. There you are, we're looking over onto it. The main bit, as it were, that people go to. And I can confirm this is very spongy. There we go, last glimpse of it before we head across another almost proper path across an arable field. It's back, buzzing me. I've just finished and buzzing me. And there's the water coming from the old mill. Durrington Walls is, the edge of it is literally just beyond that willow tree there, and then the water carries on that way to where we walked. And just like that, here we are. And this is Durrington Walls. I'm not sure if this is classed as a super henge. I have a feeling it is. And if you look over there, you can see super henge. Yeah? But what's even more interesting is a mile diameter around here. It's even more. There are posts that go round there. And now the river, I wonder if I can zoom into it. Now you see the trees beyond the hedgerow. There are loads of willows there, and that's where the Avon comes up to. And in fact, if we just spin round here, beyond that blue sign, you can see more of the walls going round there. Because funnily enough, I'm pausing now while you realise what I'm going to say. Funnily enough, there's a road through it. What's interesting about this bit, and you will have seen it here when it was winter, is that where I'm standing right now, underneath me, there are 100 stone monuments, just stones, upright, buried underneath the henge here, along here. And I don't know if they go all the way round or not, but here we are. Now curiously, and if I can just Yeah, now I can't quite get my bearings, not quite, but somewhere not far over there, there is a double henge. A double henge. Now, with this video, should we allow them all, or is that two henges? It could be in that field, that's the cornfield there. It's possible the double henge is in there. Yeah, so thanks for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Check out the links below, sign up for something. Guided walk, healing session, ancient lands, explorations, all kinds of stuff I can do. Happy to advise you on what to do with your land as well if you've got some. Yeah, well, see you next time, because as you know, I love doing this. Oh yeah, and if you want to donate, which really, I mean, I can't state how great donations are and how much they help, really, you know. So thanks for all of my supporters in that way, my monetary supporters, and to everyone who likes, subscribes, shares and comments. It really helps, honestly, it really does. But yeah, I'm sure everyone knows that now. And join me next time. Ta-da. This is quite surreal. There's a crop of sweet corn, I'm sure you've guessed. Most surreal. And in case it's worth mentioning, the soil seems quite sandy here. That's a nice old oak tree there. Wow, isn't that glorious? Oh yeah, it's like walking on the beach. It is, honestly. Wow. Wow, magnificent. Wow, look at that. It's eating a rock. And something spiked with metal. It does that to trees. Be like, oh yeah, well, you know what I think. If you were to do it to humans, that would be well frowned upon, but hey, no one makes a horror movie about it happening to trees. This is lovely. Wow, what a way to end. Nicely protected by the elder.